start over. What's up guys, Carly here. It is Thursday, April 27th, and I am going to answer the questions from my Q&A from yesterday. So if you missed it, I posted a photo on Instagram yesterday and just kind of put out a Q&A. I haven't done one. I think I did one originally with Emma like a year ago. So I haven't done one in a really long time. I get a lot of like behind the scenes questions on like through email and DMs and just about fitness, about health, about prep, about relationships, life, all of it. So I want to put it out there. I did get some awesome questions on my Instagram, as well as some people individually messaged me. So I'm not going to share all the questions because those that did email me separately, we just kind of addressed them, and some of them are more personal. So I am going to pull out my phone. Sorry guys, but I didn't write them down. So let's start off, and if there's any that you want me to elaborate further on, feel free to comment below. I'm more than happy to do like extended videos on some of them, because I did get a lot of questions about like supplements and specific meal plans, all of that. So quick disclaimer before I go into anything, I am in contest prep right now, so I'm 11 and a half weeks out from my first bikini competition. I am working with a coach. I am not a certified nutritionist, so anything that I give you or tell you, it is from knowledge that I have learned. It is from lots and lots of research. Everything else that I am currently doing, my plan, my program, my food, everything is from somebody who is certified in all of those areas. I currently am working on my personal training certification through NASM, so I'm really excited about that actually. I'm kind of proud of myself for doing that. But yeah, this knowledge is just through trial and error, as well as outside resources, so not from somebody who is certified. So I just want to make sure you guys understand that. So first and foremost, question from Jamie Nicole 13, is Emma coming back? So I have addressed this in previous videos. If you guys have followed us from the beginning, that's amazing. Props to Jamie, like that's awesome. You've been following us literally from the beginning. So Emma is my other accomplice to Journey of Karma. So Karma was, we kind of initially gained all this weight when we were in Thailand, and Karma is a big thing in Thailand. And when we came back, we were playing catchphrase one night, and somebody was like, oh my gosh, your guys is like let's go Karma or something. It was like, hurry it up. But our two names together, Carly and Emma, are Karma. So it kind of was this coincidence that we just got back from Thailand and yada yada yada. Long story. But Emma is in Montreal. She is still training. Yes, your second question, is she still doing fitness? Yes, she is. She is back in school. She, like I said in my previous video, it's so admirable in my opinion. Like here in the US, you know, we're definitely drilled with, you graduate high school, you go to college, you go to grad school, like you get your career. Whereas in Canada, they have it set up a little bit more where you can go to college post high school, so it's like a 2-year program, and then you can go to university after that once you kind of have things figured out. So she went to college, and she went and traveled for a couple of years and figured out who she is and what she wants to do. So she is now in a 3-year program. She still trains all the time. But you guys, she's like, we all, if you've been in school or whatever, you have so many tests and obligations, and she's working and putting herself through school. So social media is not something she needs to throw into the mix as of right now, but she's doing wonderful and still crushing it in the gym. And yeah, I definitely have a lot of respect for her for doing all of that. So thank you for asking that question though, because she is somebody who still motivates me daily. I talk to her every day, and she's helped me get to where I am in this fitness journey. So what are my 5 and 10 year goals? That's a little bit broad. I would say my 5 and 10 year goals from a personal standpoint, 5 would definitely be to like be having my personal training certification done and to be offering some online coaching. I don't really have a desire to necessarily go and do things in person, only because I have started my own personal company, so I just don't want to, I want to make sure I can give my all 100% in each of those settings. So I feel like from an online standpoint, I could set up those times when to talk to those clients, and that's like, okay, this is their time kind of a thing. So that would be a personal goal, personal and fitness goal 5 years from now. I do hope to still be training, obviously. Honestly, I really want to grow this brand. Like, I'm going to be completely honest. My goal 5 and 10 years from now is just to be helping impact people's lives and making a difference in some way or another. I feel like I was not necessarily like the most, like, what's the word? Like extrovert in terms of like reaching out and asking for help. So I want to be willing to put out as much information as possible to hopefully help somebody along the way. So I think for between 5 and 10 years, I would love to be doing something more, like a little bit bigger in this industry. I think an awesome thing, I would love to try and start my own little clothing line, just because I struggle with, I'm picky with workout clothes and having them feel good like when you're in the gym. So I think that would be awesome. I think personally, boyfriend is not home 5 years from now. I hope I'm married and maybe pregnant with a child, but I do have endometriosis, so I do not know if kids are in my future, but that would definitely be a personal goal. So yeah, I also want to, I hope in 5 years that I'm at a place where I can travel a little bit more, because I did travel a lot for work for a few years, as some of you know, and I've learned so much and grown so much, and it's wonderful to see like other cultures and how other people live their life, and I think just to get like a broader spectrum on life. So that would be amazing. I hope that addresses kind of what you're thinking, and hopefully you guys would all support it if I did start a clothing line, because I think that would be pretty awesome. But I love to read, so do you have any health fitness books that you would recommend? I'm going to be completely honest. I am currently only reading this book at the moment, because between life and my own company and everything, for me to get through this and attempt to get my personal training certification, this is the only thing I'm reading right now. But I have found most of my my health and fitness passion and like interest and knowledge from reading online. So I do bodybuilding.com a lot. Their articles that they put out each week are very, very helpful for lifting, for nutrition, everything. Otherwise, I'm a huge proponent of Pinterest. I research recipes like no other. So a lot of the foods that I eat, I have found from other recipes that maybe weren't like initially healthy or whatnot. If you know me, I'm obsessed with anything cookie dough, anything waffles, all breakfast foods, anything Mexican. So like those things are very, you can find healthy alternatives, but I don't like to just like fill my food with like random crap. So I really do a lot of research on that, and through finding recipes, I found a lot of bloggers, and a lot of these bloggers are like certified nutritionists and all of that. So yeah, I cannot pinpoint one specific book that I've enjoyed. I've read like, if you guys read, excuse my language, like Skinny Bitch, I read that a long time ago. But that like kind of wanted to make me cut out all meats, and I really like meat. So I don't, I unfortunately have not found time to just like read for enjoyment where I'm at in life right now. So I'm sorry, I just don't have any suggestions for that. Mallory Gibson, what does your carb cycle look like for your cut? Awesome question. I had zero idea what carb cycling was. So initially in my off season, we were doing training days versus rest days, okay? So on like upper body training days, and again, we were working my carbs up because I was on a reverse diet. So on, let's say, I was up to 300 grams of carbs a day, but like, let's just do like a base number, kind of if you were doing like on any regular day or on a rest day, like 200 grams of carbs. On an upper body day, maybe you're training, so you're doing like 250 grams of carbs. And then on a leg day, you're doing 300 grams of carbs. So that's kind of how you could do like that kind of a carb cycle. However, in a cut, we're focusing more on when I have high carbs, that is technically a refeed. So when you do refeeds, you want to lower your fats, because fats take longer for your body to digest. And on those refeeds, you really want to make sure that your body's just replenishing itself with those carbs. And a refeed helps your body lower its cortisol levels. So your body gets stressed when you work out, with life, all of that. So by replenishing it with the nutrients that it's kind of been missing, that helps lower those cortisol levels. So as of right now, I have 2 low days, 3 medium days, and 1 high day. So I have one of my low days, which is 40 grams fat, 130 grams carbs, 150 grams protein. And then I have my medium days, which are 50 fat, 150 carb, 150 protein. So I have low day, 3 medium days, and then a low day. So my low day goes back to my first day. That's right numbers, right? Yeah, that equals. Yes, I'm on a 6-day carb cycle, so I'm trying to get my numbers. So yes, 1 low day, which I said 3 medium days, low day back to my 40 fat, 130 carb, 150 protein, and then my high day is 30 fat, so obviously you drop the fat quite a bit, 250 grams carbs, and 150 grams protein. So my protein is the same all week, but we adjust my fats and my carbs as we go. I'm still 11 and a half weeks out, so we're not doing like upper body training days versus lower body training days. We might as we get further in, like maybe on those leg days, you know, like in a perfect world, I'd love to have my high carb day be on my leg day because that's just what I would enjoy to get the calories to the booty. But we're not focusing on that right now, so I'm on a 6-day carb cycle. That's how it's going. On my low days, I have my HIIT cardio. So basically, you know, on those days, you're really trying to burn calories. Like you're already at low food. You want your expenditure to be as high as possible. So I'm doing my HIIT cardio. And then for me, I also have two fed steady state cardio, so not fasted cardio, 25 minutes, and I'm trying to put those on other upper body days. So I don't double up my cardio, but if it works out where I can have it on upper body days, I will, just because I do want the added calories that I'm having to stay with my lower legs. So that's my current carb cycle. I did have check-ins today, so we'll see if that changes. If it does, just make sure you're following me on Instagram and Snapchat. I've been trying to update there. And then I've also been doing like physique and check-in updates every 2 weeks. So I'll keep you posted on that. Best exercises to tone the flab at the back of my upper arm, like the tricep area and back, from Carly. Ooh, another Carly. Great question. So if you've watched my other videos, I'm struggling on back exercises and back engagement. So I would recommend trying to do isolateral movements, so one arm. So Danielle's really been working on that with me. My coach, this program just switched it. So right now I've been doing a lot of cable side laterals. So I'm finding that I really enjoy, I think I just got a package. So right now I'm finding that I really enjoy cable side laterals. So I literally turn to the side, I use the lateral machine, but I just do like the D thing, and I just pull to the side, and it's allowing me to really engage like this whole area. Oftentimes when I'm using 2, I'm overcompensating with my right arm because I have a torn labrum in my left and a torn rotator cuff, so which I did like multiple years ago. I just haven't done anything about it. So I find that those really help. I also really like anything pronated row because that allows me, when you're doing these exercises, make sure that you are leading with your elbow. So those would be my 2 back exercises, and it helps work like the upper back. So pronated, again, I posted it on my back shoulder workout last week, so definitely check that out because I'm really enjoying that because I can just kind of like close my eyes and like really focus on it. Don't worry about overloading the weight. And then triceps, I think my new favorite one is do a seated cable row. So you literally like sit on a box and the cable's behind you, and you grab the ropes and you just extend up. But the reason why I like it is because with a cable you have resistance on your positive and your negative, so both the concentric and eccentric, and it allows for my whole rest of my body to be stabilized, if that makes sense. So sometimes like if I'm using a dumbbell, I'm like rocking my body. If I'm standing, or like skull crushers, I just think about other things too often. So I don't know, I just really am enjoying using the rope on the cable machine. So if that makes sense, hopefully. I know I'm like playing it in my head, so I don't know if I'm verbalizing it as much, so I'm sorry if not. But those would definitely be my hang on, I'm gonna keep knocking. Sorry guys, the package needed my signature. So yes, upper body workouts, or the back tricep, I would definitely recommend that. Go ahead and check out my video. Also, just that you can't spot treat. So as frustrating as it is, you cannot choose like, okay, I'm gonna do all these exercises and that's gonna go away. It's gonna also come with proper nutrition and you know, the fat loss in the process. By building lean muscle, so by working those muscles, it will help over time, but just know that it will take time, and it's going to have to be a mix of exercise as well as proper nutrition. Your favorite places or sites to purchase workout attire. So, like I said, I'm hoping to kind of start my own line eventually down the road, but as of right now, not gonna lie, I do a lot of clothing shopping in like my sister and my mom's closet, but it is specific brands, so I definitely, Lululemon for me is just by far the most comfortable, like leggings and tops and everything. I just feel like it fits right. I do have a lot of Victoria's Secret. They have like kind of the knockoff brand. I do have some Fabletics, but I am constantly like pulling up my Fabletics and my Victoria's Secret bottoms, and not because they're loose. It's like the front is the same as the back, so I feel like when I pull up the butt area, it's like the front crotch area like gets into a V. I don't know, it's frustrating in my opinion, because it's like if you're working out, you don't want to be messing around with your pants the whole time. Otherwise, like crops, like sweatshirts, all of that, I sometimes just go on Amazon. I know Danielle, she gets like all of her pants and her tops from Amazon, so I would recommend those. I mean, I've never purchased Gymshark. I've heard great things. I've never purchased Bombshell. I've heard great things. I'm a pretty simple person when it comes to, like, like you guys have probably seen me wear this in a few videos. Like, I just kind of have my staples, and I think it's because after traveling for so many years, like, you just realize you don't need, like, a ton of stuff. Even though my closet is completely full, but I need to clean that out and donate. So, yeah, I definitely think, I go to, like, Sports Authority, that kind of stuff, you know, get your Nike staples, but otherwise, some of my like sweatshirts, they're old sweatshirts that I've cut. Some of my tops are just big, huge tops that I literally tie. So yeah, I would definitely say that I'm not the best. I feel like I've tried on a million different things in a million different countries, and I'm picky. I'm just really picky with what I'm willing to spend my money on. And so that's where I struggle, because it's like, gosh, I think so many things are so cute, but it's hard for me to spend my money if I don't know exactly if I'm going to like it or not, if that makes sense. So sorry, girl, that I can't be of better help there. Best exercises to lift your butt. So what we've always been told is do your squats, do your squats, do your squats. Squats will not lift your butt. Squats are actually more of a quad-focused exercise, so things that I recommend. Romanian deadlifts. Like, these are things that you can do at home. Grab a dumbbell, do straight leg deadlifts, do any form of deadlifting. But you have to focus on the mind-muscle connection. So I used to do it wrong. I would always think like, okay, you're down, like, you know, use your lower back a little bit, whatever it may be. You literally, like, you want your muscle, your glutes to be activated from top to bottom. And if you are in a Romanian deadlift, you want to use your glutes to pull yourself back up. I swear, if you start doing your exercises like that, you could probably even do your Romanian deadlifts without dumbbells, without a barbell, without anything. Like, it is crazy how much more activation you will get. Also, I recommend step-ups. Any step-up, weighted, not weighted, whatever it may be. But again, with your form, make sure you are pressing through your heels. So when you're coming up, don't like spring off the ground to stand up. Push off that heel that's on the step up. Great glute activation. Start using resistance bands before you exercise, because I notice that my mind-muscle connection is not there unless I start doing that. And all of that will help lift your booty, because you are actually preparing your glutes to work, if that makes sense, as opposed to letting your quads take over. So that's another one I recommend. And then barbell glute bridges, 100%. They're fire. Like, if you do them properly, they are absolute fire. So again, start off with body weight glute bridge. Don't worry about adding weight. And that will just you want to just try and focus on isolating the glutes. That will really help with lifting of the glutes, if that makes sense. So I'd say those would be my 3 top glute lifters, probably. So just making sure that if you are, you know, in those, whatever position you are in, you mentally think, okay, I need to now step up, or I need to now bring myself back up out of this Romanian deadlift. Think about contracting your glute muscles to pull yourself back up, and you will feel it like from the top to the bottom of your glutes. So those would be my recommendations. How much fasted cardio do you do a week? Currently, I'm not doing any fasted cardio. So I have 2 fed bike sprints a week, 26 minutes each, and then 2 steady state cardios, 25 minutes each. So 0 fasted at the moment. Again, today's my check-in day. That might be changing, so I'll keep you guys posted. There's a lot of different research on whether fasted or fed is better for you. So I think it's just personal preference. Some people cannot do, don't like eating before they do cardio. Some people cannot do cardio on empty stomachs. I'm assuming I will eventually have some fasted as we continue. Do you make your own programs or does your coach? I have a coach. He does all my programs, my nutrition, my workouts, absolutely everything. So I do not make my own. My coach is Nick Tong. In regards to my past eating struggles, how did you not get frustrated with the process and enjoy getting to where you are at today? So I definitely did get frustrated with the process. I think it's an ongoing life battle personally. I don't want to say that I can ever diagnose myself with like, oh, I had an eating disorder or whatnot. But at the same time, I think that there are many variations of eating disorder, and I think having a bad relationship with food to the level that my bad relationship with food and my relationship with cardio was very unhealthy. So I definitely think that I had an eating disorder of some kind. I was not diagnosed, I was not treated, but it was a mental battle. And so for me, let's see. Yeah, it was a lot of internal battles and learning to accept that health is a lifestyle and that you can make it what you want to make it. And high cardio and low calories, it's not sustainable at all. And I had to tell myself that every single day. Like I think when I reached out to Nick in September, like I was at this point where my cardio was so high, my calories were so low, and I was gaining weight, like legitimately gaining weight. And I was like, okay, what is going on? Like I'm doing more exercise than I ever have been doing. I was doing like the same that I was when I had lost 20 pounds, and I just couldn't figure it out. And come to find out, like my hormones were just all off, and I was putting myself into a crazy stressful state. So I think that, sorry, I'm just reading these other questions. And this is definitely a topic that I can touch on further. I think it's a very touchy topic because sometimes, I think for me, I got frustrated 100%. I love where I'm at now, and I'm learning to just like make it a lifestyle. So I don't look at cardio as I need to do this in order to get rid of what I ate yesterday or any of that. So some people might think that like macro tracking is, I guess this kind of brings me into the next question. Somebody else asked, did you ever have slip-ups, or was there a mental switch for you that just clicked and now you don't have issues? Definitely not. There was, or definitely not to like, it just clicked and you're completely fine. So I reached out to Nick and I knew like, okay, these are my triggers. What I would do before I started tracking macros is I would eat really healthy. I would like all week, and then I'd have my one day where I was like, this is my day to have my cheat meal, whatever. That cheat meal turned into a freaking cheat day out, whatever. And so I would just binge like no other. I'd eat whatever I wanted, and then Monday would roll around and I would restrict myself. I'm like, okay, I've got to make up for this. So I'd restrict myself, and I would do as much cardio as possible, so basically to make up for the day before. So now that I'm tracking my macros, I know that what I did yesterday doesn't influence what I eat today. What I eat today is feeding my body today. So in the off season, I definitely slipped up. I'd have those days where on my Sunday, like I was allowed to have a free meal, whatever, and then I would be like, okay, this is still part of my free meal. This is still part of my free meal. So it's like I would be walking through the kitchen, like grabbing ketchup or something, and I would eat like 5 chips on the way, or eat this candy out of the bowl on the way. So it's like, oh, well, this is part of my cheat meal. This is part of when I'm having this. And it was all those little untracked things that were not, I was thinking mentally like, no, my cheat meal's sitting over on the table, so it's fine. Like that's my free meal. This is just like, oh, it's fine, it's fine. And that was bad for me. And so I think for me, it created guilt. It just was bad. And so it's not a good place to be mentally. And I think now that I'm more open about it, I'm able to accept much of myself, like, okay, you had a problem, you had an issue. And so to address that question, I've not had any slip-ups at all in prep. I do not feel like I'm depriving myself whatsoever. I literally give myself what I want when I want it, and I'm finding the most incredible recipes to make everything fit and make it healthier. So I'm gonna try and do a full day of eating for you guys so you can kind of see some of the things that I'm doing to help that, because I really think that eating healthy doesn't need to be an end-all be-all, and you should listen to your hunger cues for sure. If you're craving something, let your body have it, or find a different way to have it, because it is not good to get yourself into a mental state where you only have one day a week where you can have these bad things, or the day after your show, or whatever it may be. So yeah, that's that. I'm gonna do a separate video on supplements, but I quickly want to touch with you guys a few of my staple supplements because I do get a lot of questions. Vitamin C, I take after every single workout. I highly recommend it. It helps lower your cortisol levels. So again, I'm gonna touch on all this stuff. So vitamin C, I take L-carnitine. They say it's a fat burner, but you guys, it just helps feed your muscles. So in turn, your body can pull from your fat, not your muscles. I take glutamine I take glutamine powder, it's in the pantry, and then glucosamine. These are just for joints. I get a lot of this stuff at Costco. Apple cider vinegar every single day in my morning cocktail, which you guys have seen. BioGrow, it is a protein synthesizer, so it helps with your muscles, basically recovering and like absorbing your proteins that you're eating. I've definitely noticed the big difference in my muscle growth since starting to use it. BCA is absolutely incredible, help me get my water in. I sip on them all day long, mostly during my workout though. And then creatine. So these are some just like little staples. I am gonna do a separate video of all my supplements, why I take them, what I take, and then I'll show you like my plethora of supplements that I have in my pantry, because I've got a lot. And then last question, from Rainwater Results Fitness, she has asked, what is your favorite and least favorite thing about prep life so far? I would say my favorite right now is the learning process. I really am like thoroughly enjoying learning. Like this is a completely different world for me. So I'm loving that. I'm loving the people that I'm meeting while all this, like putting myself out there. I've met so many incredible people by me deciding to put myself out there a little bit more, and also just the questions and comments that are now coming in with people trusting me a little bit in regards to me being more open. So that's been absolutely incredible. And my camera is overheating, so I don't know what is recording and what isn't, but I think my least favorite would be, I really don't mind being super strict because I have horrible, like digestion issues as is, so I really like knowing what's going into my body. But my least favorite is honestly probably not having my my tequila with my friends. So I'm not like a wino, but I do enjoy a cocktail every now and then, and I think that would be something that I'm kind of, I guess I haven't missed it yet, so I can't really say it's my least favorite as of right now, but I would say that will end up being my least favorite because summer. And sorry guys, life of having your own business phone is just crazy day. But otherwise, yeah, my slight little bit of wanting some alcohol, and then I think my least favorite so far is just sometimes wanting a little bit more of like what I'm having. So I've done a great job at like curbing all my cravings. Again, I'm still 11 and a half weeks out, so things haven't gone too crazy, but I want more peanut butter on everything. I want more PB2 on everything, and can never go wrong with just wanting more sweet potatoes and all of that. So and then least favorite for sure is the damn scale. I know I harp about it to like not let the scale bother you, but you guys, that thing has been ridiculous. Like, I've never been somebody to weigh myself every day, so maybe this would be normal, but like that thing jumps up like 4 pounds one day, and then I don't know, it's just, that's my least favorite part, is having to weigh myself every single day, because for one, I don't think it's like mentally healthy, because it does cause stress on you. And I don't know, I like to know where I'm at, like weight-wise, but meaning like once a month maybe know where I'm at. Like not every day know where I'm at. So I definitely would say that's my least favorite, is that freaking scale. Because like check-ins I don't mind. I don't mind the whole posing, like being in my bathing suit. It's like kind of fun to watch your body change aesthetically, and especially when it doesn't correlate with the scale whatsoever. So that would be my least favorite part. Sorry this was kind of long. Hopefully it was somewhat informative. I know it was a little bit all over the place. Definitely realized I need to do a supplement video, so I will get that up. And comment below, sorry about that, comment below with other things you'd like to hear or see or know. Let me know if this did help you. And as always, thank you guys so much for the love and the support, and just, yeah, you guys have been wonderful and amazing. So I appreciate it. And I will see you in the next video. I am recording a full day of eating on a rest day right now. So I think it's like a little bit more of like a normal person's day as opposed to like pre-workouts and post-workout meals. So with that said, I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.